Greetings everyone, Slizzle466 here, and in today's video we're looking at some of the best wild decks post nerfs and switcheroo ban. Now it's only been a couple days since the nerfs went live, so there aren't a whole ton of decks here, but I want to have something for you since I don't do YouTube videos on the weekends. Maybe you're going for a legend push late in the month this weekend, maybe just trying to get up some ranks, so most of these decks are aggro decks. But they are definitely going to help you get the job done if you're trying to climb. So we start with Tax Demon Hunter. So this is an aggro deck. The reason it's called Tax is because it's basically making your opponent have to pay extra to do everything. You know, you've got cards like Firewatch Post. You've got Mana Burn, Nerebar Weblord. Just really annoying cards that slow your opponent down. Now, this is very similar to the token aggro lists that we saw before the Sunken City expansion. However, this lady, I think you pronounce it Cezeno. I've never actually had to say the card's name. As you can see, I don't even own it. But this is a 3-mana 2/4 Naga, immune while attacking. After you cast a spell, attack the lowest health enemy. Now, I don't really see this card in play in Wild at all, but from what I've heard about in Standard, pretty much every Demon Hunter list I see has this card in it. So if you like Demon Hunter, maybe give this one a craft. I will as well. I'll make a video about this Tax Demon Hunter, but definitely it's a fun deck to play. Looking at Druid, only one Druid deck. It's Beast Druid. This is basically exactly the same Beast Druid list we had before Sunken City, with the addition of Aquatic Form. Aquatic Form is insane. I mean, it's 0 mana. That instantly makes it insane. So Dredge, if you have the mana to play the card this turn, draw it. So this is great if you say on turn 4. Not turn 4. Let's say you're on turn 5 and you're desperate for an armor up for lethal. You could play Aquatic Form and get it. Maybe you just really want a Galactic Crawler to mess it up with the Pirate Rogue, so you can play a little earlier. Just a great card. But basically how this list works is you're playing a lot of beasts. That's reducing the cost of the Frostsaber Matriarch, regardless of where it is. The Knight of the Wild, if it's in your hand. And then the Oracle of Elune lets you get multiples of those when you start throwing them out on the board. I don't have any Hunter lists, though Questline Hunter with nothing new is really good. Looking at Mage, we've got Mech Mage. So this list, I like it a lot. The difference between this list and others you may have seen is the Star Scryer. So the Star Scryer is useful because it's an aggressive body, and it helps you get your Book of Spectres and your Seafloor Getaways, which are the cards that really make Mech Mage go out of control with their cycle. It also runs Gaia, the Tectonic. I think this card's incredible. I crafted it myself, though if you're low on dust, maybe don't craft it. But when this goes down on the board, and keep in mind, you're not paying 8 mana for this, you're paying significantly less, it's a crazy card. Because keep in mind that those 1 damages that you keep doing, they also go to your opponent's face as well. I've got Quest Mage. So Quest Mage has some new tools added to it. One of those tools being Sir Finley Sea Guide. This is just a solid card overall in combo control lists. 1 mana, 1/3 Battle Cry. Swap your hand with the bottom of your deck. So it really doesn't matter what turn it is. Let's say you start your turn and your hand's terrible. You just get a new one for 1 mana with 1 less card. Just crazy card. You've also got the Crush Slaw Enforcer. 3 mana, 3/4 Naga, Battle Cry. If you've cast a spell while holding this, draw a Naga. So that could draw the second one, or it could draw Commander Savara. 4 mana, 3/5, Battle Cry. If you've cast 3 spells while holding this, add those spells back to your hand. Now again, if you like to play Quest Mage and you don't own this card, I would not recommend crafting it. I just happened to get it in a pack, which was nice. Sir Finley though, I probably would craft. It's seeing play in a ton of decks. That's a good one. But maybe hold back on the Savara if you don't have it. Moving on to Paladin. Mech Paladin. This is a list that I featured in a pretty recent video. It's got 26 mechs, 2 radar detectors to draw mechs, and 2 Stonehearth Vindicators to draw the radar detectors to help you draw mechs. Now, one little bit of criticism that I got about this deck is it's not running the bubble card, the new bubble card, Bubble Bot. And so what Nathan suggested is this list is teched for a slower meta, but if you find that you're queuing into a much faster meta, then pull out the flying machines, throw in the bubble bots, and away you go. Reno Paladin. I can safely say now that Reno Paladin is a meta deck. It has been around for many months now. Many people, including myself, thought it was a meme. It's not a meme, it's just really solid. Paladin's got some great tools for the Highlander build. I'm not going to go through the details of this list because it goes on for too long. But basically, it looks really greedy. Yes, it's really expensive, but the Nosdormu helps speed up that process of getting all your mana. You have the Red Scale Dragon Tamer to pull the Nosdormu out of your deck into your hand. And overall, it is just an incredible control deck that you'll have a ton of fun playing, even if you're missing a few of these legendaries. One of my personal favorites, Murloc Warlock. Murloc Paladin. So this is Tip the Scales Paladin. Looking at the new cards here, again, you've got the Sir Finley Sea Guide, and I love this edition. As someone who's super unlucky when I draw cards, the number of times I queue up Murloc Paladin and I draw both my Tip the Scales drives me crazy. Sir Finley Sea Guide solves that problem. Plus, it's a good body. So overall, it's the same list that I've featured previously, but with the addition of Sir Finley Sea Guide. Moving on to Priest. Only one Priest deck. There's Reno Priest. As you can still see, if you watch these videos regularly, I still haven't crafted Seek Guidance. I'm coming very close to doing so. I'm just very reluctant because Reno Priest, it's not really a meta deck right now. Some people have success with it, some people don't. And I don't know if Seek Guidance should really be in the list. But overall, Reno Priest did get a bunch of tools to help it out. It got Handmaiden. So just great way to cycle through your deck, which is always good because you want to get to your Raza and your Anduin combo. And that's pretty much it. This list is a little memey on the top end, so do beware. You can see there's a Light Bomb, an Nerubian Unraveler, and an Archbishop Benedictus. So you'll also notice that there is no Spawn of Shadows in this list, so it's a little bit of a different list. But if you watch Engine's content on Twitch, he does very well with these styles of decks. This is built for a EU meta, and EU metas tend to be a little slower than the metas if you play on the NA or the Asia server. But if you want to play some Reno Priest and you have all these cards, give it a go. I'll also be giving it a go myself. Rogue, Pirate Rogue. Now Pirate Rogue, there's a current debate going on between do you run Drekthar or do you run Mr. Smite? And I've played both versions of this list. And personally, I've had more success with the Mr. Smite builds. This build by Nate Wolf, he took this, he's using this to try and get to an 11-star bonus, and he's really, really close. But I tested this list and I went 5-2 at Legend. And then I tested Ito's list, which runs Drekthar, and I went, again, like, I think I went 5-1 or 5-2. But just for some reason, this just felt better. I don't know, it felt weird having the Drekthar come out sometimes and just kind of had giving minions. But otherwise, it's just an incredibly strong deck. Amalgam of the Deep I didn't used to run in the past, and it's interesting. It's pretty good just to play it as a pirate, as a 2-mana 2/3. If you don't have a 1-drop and patches are still in your deck, it's fine. The Eviscerates are great to get over taunts. Puffer Fist got nerfed, but it doesn't matter. You don't care about the body, it's about the effect. But the Pirate Rogue is absolutely the nuts. As for Shaman, Warlock, and Warrior, nothing yet to report. Basically, Shaman, if you just play free Shaman with no new cards, you're going to be fine. Warlock is in a really weird spot. I don't know what's going on with Warlock. I guess Mechathune Warlock with no new cards is your best way to go. Warrior's also in a weird spot because the Raid the Docks got nerfed, and many people, including myself, just dusted the quest line to get the dust. So a lot of people just aren't playing it on the ladder, at least at the ranks I'm playing at. There's a couple of Dead Man Hand Warriors lurking around on the ladder, but I found the list not particularly good, so I don't want to share it. But otherwise, there'll be another best decks video, much more extensive, with at least 20 decks in it at the beginning of May to help you start the May Legend climb. But otherwise, all these deck codes you'll find in the description below. If you're a mobile user, there is an easy to enter link to my Discord. Visit the deck lists only channel. You'll see all the deck codes there, much easier to copy from a mobile device. If you want to help support this channel, you can click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and until next time, hope to see you again.